literature, Tamil language. I knew that it is a very, very ancient language, a rich literature. But what is there in it, I didn't know. I had heard about Tirukkural, but I didn't know what exactly it was. When I came, and Tamil Nadu has got a very good tradition that people, when they meet you, they present you a book. And I started getting Tirukkural. And I got a very large collection of Tirukkural. Of course, they were translated in English. And when I began reading it, the English translation, I fell in intense love with it. You know, my early childhood, when I was a class 5th student, my father had given me a book, Bhagavad Gita, and he wanted me to memorize it. Since then, this Bhagavad Gita has been my constant companion. But I must tell you that after I read Tirukkural, I have two constant companions, Bhagavad Gita and Tirukkural. I must confess again that when I read the translation, many questions come to my mind. Because, these are very true to our ancient scriptures. They're very pithy. There's a lot of deep meaning hidden in this. 1.5 line, this couplet, containing so deep meaning. And sometimes I start wondering whether the English translation of it is doing good justice to it or not. So I must say that I have started learning Tamil. But certainly I have a long way to go. I am still a beginner. Nevertheless, I started, sometimes I will look into the dictionary, sometimes I come to the Google, sometimes it has been a very interesting journey for me. But still I find that the full depth of it, the full flavor of it, I'm not able to grasp and relish, but I'm trying. It helps me also because since I have read some of the ancient Sanskrit text, which is very much a part of the Indian thought system, it helps me relate. In fact, some of the words I have been struggling, and I look into Sanskrit to find, which I find in Tirukkural. When it talks about 5 senses, R.N.rava and noteworthy. Now, what is noteworthy? Somewhere it is written wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom can be absolutely value-neutral expression. But it is much deeper. So, I kept wondering, when I started getting to know more and more about Tamil literature, Tamil ancient literature, which is, the put together 18 each, Padanena Kiyuda Kanaku Nulugal, Padanena Male Kanaku Nulugal. I have been collecting these Some of these I have, not all. And when I read, I wonder what a treasure. A language. Language is the soul of a people. It reflects the civilizational status of civilizational evolution of a people. And when I see the English translation, the question that comes to my mind is that English is a much recent origin language. European civilization has not evolved yet to that level as Indian civilization had, and which you find when you find this several thousand years old text of the Tamil. For example, I have not yet got an equivalent of the word aram in any of the European languages. They call it religion. It is not religion. It is much more than that. Because perhaps, as a human being, we have broadly three facets to our personalities: the physical, intellectual, and spiritual. Now, a spiritual is not necessarily going to a place of worship formally and doing puja. Of course, that's a part of it, but not necessary. A spiritual, when we relate to others, to other beings, humans, animals, plants, when we see another human being suffering, something happens to you, something happens to us, you don't feel happy about it. You feel that maybe intensity of suffering could be different for different people, but nevertheless, you feel some degree of pain. The question is, why do I suffer? Why do I get the pain? There is a connect. There is a connect between me and the one who is suffering. That invisible connect. And people, those with further evolved consciousness, they relate with the suffering of animals and plants. In fact, some months back, I had been to one of the functions of Vallalar. And then I came across his beautiful quote. When the great Saint Vallalar says, "Vadiya pairai kandu podelam vadina." What is this? A person, he says that when I see a grass wilting, fading, my heart fades, my heart wilts. Look at the connect. Now this evolution of a civilization to that level, I am afraid other civilization, European civilization, has not reached that level, and as a result they did not feel the need to create the vocabulary. Because after all, vocabulary is to meet the need, physical, intellectual, and spiritual need of a society. And so, by very nature, European languages cannot do justice to Old Tamil language, Old Tamil literature. Even in Indian languages, perhaps the only language that comes closer in antiquity is Sanskrit. Other Indian languages are still in the process of evolution. Tamil, Sanskrit, the two most ancient language that we have. Now, when I came and when I started getting to know more and more about, then I started getting about, this, Tirumurai, Tiruashagam, Thevaram, Tirumandiram, Nalaira Prabandham, Dibya Prabandham. All those things started when I started getting. Then I wondered, how come for 70 years, when I came to Tamil Nadu, I was 70 years. For 70 years, I was ignorant of it. Now, question still haunts me. Believe me, the question haunts me, that how come this great wisdom, the great knowledge has not reached. I served in most of the part of the North India, from Kashmir to Northeast to Central India. Of course, I served in a theater which was not very normal theater. But not that all the 24/7 I was only confronting the bad guys. How come I didn't come to know about it? I think we have a huge responsibility of taking this light, this knowledge, this wisdom, not only to the rest of the world, the rest of the country as well. Translations are being done. Because, Tamil, whatever little I have read and little that I have understood, I get a sense that since several thousand years, the outlook of the people of this place was global. Because you find reference of Ulaga all over. You don't find it in many literature. In fact, one of these, there's a Padanena Kida Kanaka Nulagal, one of them. Mudumodi Kanchi. There, Mudumodi Kanchi, every stanza begins with a reference to Ulaga, addressing the people of the world. I say a society which has been so outward looking, which has been connected so with the whole humanity. This knowledge, we are making effort now, of course, to translate it in different languages of the world. But I think this needs to be taken with a greater vigor, greater zeal, with a greater sense of mission. And I thank the people sitting here, the great people, Mr. Sachtanandan and our friend. The way they are working for translation of these documents in different languages. I would like that while people whose mother tongue is Tamil, they are translating in other languages. I would like people of other languages also to learn Tamil and be proficient, because this language should not be just, others should not just read it, the translated version of it. As I said, the other languages are of recent origin. They would not be having the vocabulary. They would not be having those expressions which would fully do justice to what is in Tamil. And I, for one, feel that other than Sanskrit, other languages would not do. In the course of time, they would evolve, but more and more people of other languages, they should also learn Tamil. A modest attempt we tried to make, the Banaras Hindu University, I found out that they teach Tamil, they have a course for 1 year to 3 years. I have, in fact, when I visited for during the Kashi Tamil Sangamam, then I realized when I got to know there are about over 30 students from the Hindi belt, they are learning Tamil, various courses. I invited them to Tamil Nadu for Tamil Nadu Darshan, because after all they have been learning the language there, they must come and see. Because when you come and see, meet the people who speak it, visit the places, the heritage places, then you get the flavor, the feel of it. I also encouraged that if some of them they wish to do further study and come over here, I will sponsor them, will help them in further deeper studies. Today I have got to know from Professor Vijay Kumar that there is in Guwahati University has got. Guwahati University, it must be a recent thing because I was not aware whether Guwahati University had it. I have been in that area. I have been to the university a couple of times. And he tells me that about 20-25 students are there learning. I will again be very happy to sponsor those students on a visit to Tamil Nadu. And I leave it to you, my open offer, that you can tell your people, your students, during vacation, when they have university vacation, because naturally when the classes are going on, it will not be easy for them to come. We'll be very happy to sponsor a visit, 2 to 3 weeks visit. They can visit our state, meet the people, have the flavor of it, and we'll encourage them. The idea is to encourage more and more people whose mother tongue is not Tamil to learn Tamil and acquire proficiency. We need scholars, even in Tamil scholars, even from other languages. In fact, Delhi Tamil Sangam, they have got run there's schools. And I was delighted to see the school students speaking so fluent. I thought I would make some of them as my teachers. They could help me. They speak so fluently Tamil, and they are all Hindi-speaking people, Hindi or Punjabi-speaking people. But they speak because they have environment in which there is more than half the students are non-Tamil, but there are a good number of Tamil students. They teach Tamil language in the school, and the students learn not only bookish Tamil but also conversational Tamil, and that helps them. What is often called, when I came here and my pronunciation and issue started coming, then I was told a proverb. Chittiramum kai padakam, sen Tamil na padakam. This na padakam is an issue, but still we make the try. But the children have an advantage that they start learning. So I'd like more and more. You all, some of you came from Malaysia. It's a great work you are doing there. You, all of you, those who are translating, you are doing a great service. Not only to Tamil language, I would say you are doing a great service to the country, great service to the humanity. You are all like devotees, It's not just not that you are a professional translator put on the job for which you are getting some employed as a translator. You are doing it voluntarily. You feel that there is a desire within you. Either it has come on your own or Mr. Sachidanand has induced you. Either way, the fact is that you are like a sadhak. You are doing this service. Please continue doing it. And when you are doing it, you should realize you are not just only translating a book or translating some poetry or some verses, but you are doing a great service to a civilization, to a language. We must restore the glory of Tamil language, Tamil literature, Tamil darshan. I don't like to use the word philosophy because philosophy is based on logic. And we all know that in our system of knowledge, logic, we know the limitation of logic. Logic cannot lead you to a realization of the wider truth. And that is why we call it, I do not know what is actually the word here in Tamil, I have yet to learn, for darshan, this is drishti. And drishti is not just a visual drishti, but something which is called anubhuti, which you experience from within. So that is how so we must continue doing it. And I only hope that in days to come, in months to come, the more and more people will join the band of translators, and not only translator, again I would say. In fact, one of the problems that I have been facing is, I get a translation of Tirukkural, let's say, a short translation. They don't have to compete with Thiruvalluvar in making it so short. They should write what is called bhashya, what is called elaborated. Because it is not possible for us, howsoever scholarly might be, to put it so succinctly. No, it's like what is called in the usually phrase, like filling an ocean in a bucket. Thiruvalluvar could do it, others may not. So, I would like the translation which are being done, translation should not be just a literal and a short one, it should elaborate so that the reader is able to appreciate, understand it. In this endeavor, if there is anything that we can do, I can request, I being the Chancellor of the 20 state universities, I can put the university resources on this work to get on this. Even private universities, they are very forthcoming. All that is needed is to encourage them, someone to encourage. And I assure you that my services will always be available. Because for me, today I feel, as far as this language and literature is concerned, I am still a toddler who is learning to stand up and walk. I have a long way to go. But whether I am here as a governor or not, it doesn't matter. This has become my life mission, to learn this language and take it forward to other parts of our country. I'm not talking about Ulaga, the world around. I might take it to other parts of the country, because our people must have the benefit of this. They cannot be deprived of such a rich treasure that we have here. I once again thank you all for coming here, gracing and blessing this Bhartiyar Mandapam and Raj Bhavan with your presence. I wish all of you, those who have come from abroad, a very safe and happy journey back to your home, which is where you are. Those of you who are here and other parts of our state or the country, you go back, keep this as a mission, and induce more and more people to get into this, translating this, writing elaborate bhashyam of our ancient Tamil literature. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We now request Advocate Tirumati Adilakshmi Logamurthy to propose the vote of thanks.
வணக்கம். ஆளுநரில் எண்ணி துணிக. இந்த நிகழ்வுக்கு நான் ஆளுநர் அவருக்கு தமிழ் தெரியாது என்று ஆங்கிலத்தில் என்னுடைய ஓட் ஆஃப் தேங்க்ஸை கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று பணியமர்த்தப்பட்டேன் என்னுடைய ஆசான் டாக்டர் சேயோன் அவர்களால். தர்பாரை நோக்கி நான் வந்தேன், ஆனால் பாரதியார் என்னை அழைத்தார். தர்பாராக இருந்த இந்த இடம் தமிழுக்காக, தமிழ் மொழிக்காக, தமிழ் மக்களுக்காக ஒரு ஆளுநர், யாரையும் அதிகம் புகழக்கூடிய ஒரு நபர் நான் கிடையாது, என் ஆசான் அறிவார். மெய் சிலிர்த்து விட்டேன். உங்கள் சார்பாக ஒரு நன்றி நவிழ்தல். பீகாரில் பிறந்து கேரளம் தத்தெடுத்து இன்று தமிழகம் அரவணைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது இந்த மா மனிதனை. தமிழ் தாய் தத்து பிள்ளையாக எடுத்துக்கொண்டாலும் சொந்த பிள்ளையாகி விட்டீர்கள் ஐயா. 5 நாடுகளிலிருந்தும் 14 மாநிலத்திலிருந்தும் பல ஆளுமைகள், தமிழ் வளர்த்த ஆளுமைகள். நான் ஒரு சிறிய பெண். He told is a toddler, but we all feel we are toddlers because in 2 years he can do such a wonderful job, wonderful achievement. I am searching for words to praise him for the Tamil language. தமிழ் இன்னி மெல்ல வளரும். ஏனென்றால் தமிழ் மொழி அல்லாத ஒரு ஆளுநர் அந்த தமிழை வளர்க்க நம்மை எல்லாம் அழைத்து உங்களை போன்ற நபர்களால் தமிழை தாய்மொழியாக கொண்டிருக்கும் நாம் அந்த தமிழை வளர்க்க அவர்கள் கைகூப்பி வணங்கி அவர்கள் கரத்தை நம் கரத்தோடு இணைத்து கொண்டு செல்ல வேண்டிய ஒரு தருணம். அவர் நமக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுத்த பாடம் நம் தமிழை நாம் மறவாமல் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று ஒரு அந்நிய மொழியை தாய்மொழியாக கொண்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒருவர் தன்னுடைய மொழியாக அவர் எடுத்தது நமக்கு ஒரு ஆளுநரின் உரை அல்ல, ஒரு ஆசானின் அறிவுரை. I saw a teacher when he was talking here on the dais. என்னை இந்த நிலைக்கு இவ்வளவு தமிழ் பேச எனக்கு பயிற்சி அளித்த என்னுடைய ஆசான் டாக்டர் சேயோன் அவர்களுக்கு என்னுடைய முதல் நன்றி. I was to compare this show. That was the assignment given to me 2 days back. Because I have to speak both Tamil and English since I am a Vani certificate holder from Akashvani. But my friend Prasanna did a very good job. Then my sir asked me to propose the vote of thanks. Sir, I came here to the Raj Bhavan to visit the governor. But I tell you, sir, I am leaving here with lots of love from a father figure. I don't look you as a governor. You have taught us so many lessons and I should appreciate this is the 10th program. 10 அப்படினா திருக்குறள் படிச்ச எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். ஆனா ஆளுநர் யாரெல்லாம் பார்த்திருக்காரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி என்னோட சகோதரர் திருஞான சம்பந்தம் கிட்ட கேட்டேன். அவரோட சொன்னாரு திருநர்களை பார்த்திருக்காங்க, ஆளுமை மிக்க பெண்களை பார்த்திருக்காங்க, மருத்துவர்களை பார்த்திருக்காங்க. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் 10 நிகழ்வுல I was astonished. தமிழ் உங்களை அரவணைத்துக் கொண்டது, தமிழகமும் மிக விரைவில் உங்களை அரவணைக்கும் என்று கூறிவிட்டு இந்த விழாவிற்கு வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய அனைவருக்கும் நன்றிகள். கண்டிப்பாக நம்ம விருதாளர்கள் 42 பேர் விருதாளர்கள் உங்களை கரம் கூப்பி வணங்குகிறேன். அதே போல இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆளுமைகள், வைஸ் சான்சலர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, அரசியல் ஆளுமைகள் இருக்காங்க, அதே போல ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் and so many people from all walks of life, professionals. ஒரு சிலம்பத்தை ஒரு தொழில்முறையாக எடுத்துக்கொண்டு அதை கல்வி பயிரக்கூடிய ஒரு நபர். And every one of you, I should thank the media personalities for taking this forward. A very good message from here, from the Bharatiya Arangam to the public. Tomorrow you are going to flash the news and the special thanks to you. I thank each and every one of the persons who have been involved in organizing this. Mr. Thuniga Sambandam, Prasanna and all the team from the Raj Bhavan who have done human service. And it's a real great honor to be here. இந்த தமிழ் நம் அனைவரையும் ஒன்றிணைத்தது. இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய யாரும் தமிழ் அல்லாதவர்கள் இல்லை, ஆளுநர் ஐயா உட்பட. இந்த தமிழுக்கு நன்றி கூறி, இந்த தமிழுக்கு வணக்கத்தை கூறி, இந்த தமிழை வளர்க்க அனைவரும் பாடுபடுவோம். இப்படி ஒரு நபர் நம்மிடையே இருக்கும் பொழுது இதை நாம் கண்டிப்பாக எடுத்து செல்லக்கூடிய மைல்கள் ஏராளமாக இருக்கிறது. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to raise for the national anthem. Natapan.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाए तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request the translators who were felicitated by the Honorable Governor to head on to the main lawn for a group photograph. I request only the translators, those who were felicitated by the Honorable Governor,